Hello and welcome back to my 2019 kind of beginning series. So I already uploaded a video on my 2019 setup, and here we are because January is coming, and so here we are with my January plan with me. And for that we are going right into the video, and as always we're starting with a cover page. For January I didn't really go that crazy, because if you watched some of my other videos then you know that I usually go really crazy about my cover pages with some detailed art stuff, but for January it's a lot simpler. So it's just a girl with her hair in her face, some, I guess they're called sparklers, in her hands, and some firework in the background, so all in the theme of New Year. But as I said, nothing too crazy. It's not that difficult because you can't see her face. That means you don't have, if you're drawing, you don't have to be like, is the face perfect? Does the facial expression look good and stuff like that? So it was a lot easier for me to draw, and I don't know, I still had a lot of fun, and I like how it turned out in the end. I kind of like also this with the hair, like maybe it's the wind, because we all know when it's New Year's Eve the wind is crazy as hell. And yeah. Above her we have some fireworks. I chose some different colors, so a red, blue and yellow one. So the yellow one are like the standard ones, but we know that fireworks have a lot of colors, and I really liked it. So in the end I just took my fineliner and just sketched a little bit, like a few details, just to make everything look a little bit more like a drawing. And I like how it turned out. I hope you like it too. Tell me what you think. So next is my monthly setup, overview, whatever you want to call it. And I chose again the golden color. So gold is like my accent color for my 2019 setup in general, not only January. And I liked it because it's like this rough and sketchy lettering. I don't know, I just was like, I want to do something, so it just came to my mind, and I really like what it looks like. And for my little monthly calendar, as you can see, it kind of gets smaller and smaller for every single month that I bullet journal, but you know what, I don't use it that often, but I still need it somewhere. And underneath we again have space for monthly goals and monthly tasks. And for my habit tracker this month I wanted to try something a little bit different, so I separated every single, like you can call it a task, for my habit tracker, so I don't have this big habit tracker thing. I have small trackers for every single task. So if I want to stay, for example, hydrated, I just have a little calendar that I can, if I did stay hydrated, I just take a color and just color the number of the date that I did it. And so I have like small calendars for every single task that I want to achieve. And I guess as you're watching this video it gets clearer what I mean by just color the date, or just like cross it off. You can do whatever you want, so that in the end when I look back on January I have a better overview of if I completed this task, if I managed to do it, if I achieve my goal. And yes, I think that's a cute way, and I want to try it for January because in the past habit tracker didn't work that well for me, and I keep you updated. The next two spreads that I created are something new to me too. They are a space for YouTube and Instagram stuff. I don't know yet how I want to use them, but 2019 means for me to be a lot more active on YouTube, on Instagram. So if you have anything that you want to see or want me to do, then just comment down below. I really appreciate it, or just text me on my Instagram. It's right down also. Because I don't know, I love YouTube, I love Instagram, and I want to improve. I want to do more, I want to post more, and it's just like my passion. So 2019, here I come. now for the next page. The next page is a quote page, which is again something new because I never really did quote pages back in 2018. I had like quotes in my weekly spreads, in there were just small somewhere, but for 2019, also in my 2019 setup, I did more pages of these quotes. And that I include these pages is just because I think it's such a pity if you have such a great quote that is just small somewhere into your weekly spread and you don't really see it. And I didn't really see my quotes that often because I had on my weekly spreads other stuff to look at. So I just have these full pages where I can play with lettering, play with doodles and stuff. So I really like these and I hope I will like them in the future, so you will see them more often in my upcoming videos. And this really is a quote I love because it says, fall in love with the process of becoming the very best version of yourself. It means a lot to me, especially for 2019 and new year and blah blah blah, starting again, new start, all this stuff. I think it matches the theme going on, but also for me, so it's that you have to fall in love with yourself first before you can love someone else or stuff like that. And so 2019 is for me a lot about growing and self-love and stuff like that. So I saw this quote and I was like, that's me for 2019. So I don't know about you, but I love this one so much. Oh, and if you didn't already notice, for 2019 and especially for January, my favorite doodle is this attempt of a firework, which is not hard at all and it's just like my favorite. And now we are getting into the fun part. I don't know about you, but my favorite thing to create are the weekly spreads, and here we're coming. So we have just simply January written out and a little calendar for monthly overview, and then on the right side we have this week ahead box, which is something you never saw in one of my plan with me videos, but I actually did them in December just to try them out. So if you're following me on my Instagram, you already saw them for having space for my appointments and stuff, and I really fell in love with these boxes. I don't know, they changed my life. No, they didn't, but I love them. And also I had to include some photos that for me inspire me or just have something to do with my goals. So we have, because New Year is the theme, we have some fireworks going on and a girl sitting there reading, because for me the New Year means also a lot of studying. And for the next page, the pictures I chose is just something, a building that I found was really aesthetically pleasing, and Ariana Grande from the music video The Light Is Coming. I love her album, I love her, I love the song, and also The Light Is Coming is something that is pretty good for New Year, and I think you get the idea. And for the lettering, nothing crazy, just some simple lettering with a gold pen. I have also, again, in my weekly spreads, I have some space for a little study tracker, also a little to-do list. I have my week ahead and a space for my goals. Also, as you can see, I just plan out my page, and afterwards I often do my doodles like the fireworks and stuff. So if you're a beginner to bullet journaling, I would highly recommend it, because also while the week is going on, you can also just doodle around, and in the end it looks gorgeous. Or you can also just leave the doodles. They do take a lot of time, but I can't live without my doodles in my bullet journal, so I do it, but you don't have to. So you could also see it would perfectly work without the doodles, and just do them afterwards, which is for a video maybe a little bit confusing, I don't know, but I did them afterwards and you can see them. And also on the bottom of the page I included these 3 rules that I found on We Hearted, and I think they're really important, especially for New Year. So the first one is, if you do not go after what you want, you will never have it. The second one is, if you do not ask, the answer will always be no. And the third one is, if you do not step forward, you will remain in the same place. And I think these 3 rules are not just especially for New Year great, they're just generally great, something that we should always keep in mind. And because for me 2019 is so much about growing and self-exploring, I had to include these 3 rules because we all know it, but sometimes we need a little reminder because we don't always have them in mind. Now to my second and last weekly spread for this video, again with some aesthetically pleasing pictures, some golden lettering and a small monthly calendar for some overview. And a different doodle of a firework, which is again nothing too complicated, but maybe a little more difficult than the others were, but not difficult at all. And the lettering for this page is kind of inspired by my monthly lettering, so this sketchy and nothing hard at all, so you don't have to be good at hand lettering and stuff like that to get this one, so just something sketchy. And again, my space for events and goals, but events is for this week a lot smaller. I want to try different styles and let's see which one I will like the most. And the space for goals is just simple as always. And underneath my goals I just added a little quote by Virginia Woolf which says, "Unless I am myself, I'm nobody." And I don't even have to comment that one. On the right side of this spread we have again kind of a quote, I don't know, and it says, "Eat, plan, study hard, spend smart, work out, don't compare, and last but not least, be happy." I tried something out with the lettering, so I had first a brush pen to do the thick parts of the letters and then I took a fineliner. It kind of worked out, I don't know, so I'm okay with how it turned out. I'm still happy with it, but it's not perfect. But it wasn't meant to be perfect. I'm totally fine with it. So please don't be too strict with me. But again, a quote that I think is perfect for New Year and especially perfect for maybe your New Year resolutions. I don't know what you have on your list, but I have some of these on mine. And can we please talk about the fact that the internet is currently full of pictures of girls who are looking kind of like the devil? I don't know, I love it. I think they're totally stunning and I had to include them into my spreads. For the rest of the page we just have a study tracker and a to-do list again. So here we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this one, I hope you liked it, I hope you liked my other video and tell me what you think. I always appreciate feedback and I will see you soon. Bye!